In 2019, I started a business that eventually made $1 million a year in revenue. I started a business that was so successful at one point that I was able to work from anywhere. I literally ended my lease and started traveling the world while at the same time making money. In 2023, 2024, and 2025, I was making $1 million a year in revenue. I was making anywhere from $250,000 to $400,000 a year in profit. But this is not a story of some success story where I'm gonna ride off in the sunset. No, this is a story of someone who's about to lose his business within the next year because the government has told me I cannot continue. Now, my name is Frank. I started an Airbnb business in 2019 because I saw a real opportunity. I saw that we were in the DC area where a ton of people are coming out here for business and for personal. And I had an opportunity to lease luxury properties that were at affordable rent at the time and then re-rent them for more money. My cousin brought this idea to me and I loved it. Originally gonna be a realtor, but the problem with being a realtor is that you always have to work within your area. You're working on the weekends, you're working at nights, you're working at all hours. During the time when people are off, you are working. And I didn't want that for myself. I didn't want to replace myself as an employee. I wanted to be able to have an actual business where I have employees, I have independent contractors that work with me, and I'm able to work from anywhere I want to be. The business worked really well for a long time, but over the last year, I've received more emails from my county telling me that I have to stop doing business. They say that I have too many properties. They say that you have to be a primary resident, and it's stopping me from being able to grow. So even though the last 3 years I've been doing very well in my business, I'm at the point now where my revenue is starting to slowly decrease. I'm starting to slowly cancel contracts that I have with all my landlords. I'm not re-upping the deal. Revenue is going down. Profit is going down. And so many times on Instagram, on many forms of social medias, we hear about the good stories. You know, we're doing great in business. Money is up. Our goals are up. But I don't hear a lot of truthful stories of people talking about the hardships on the way. And that's what business is most of the time. At least from what I've heard, when I was 13 years old, that's when I got the love for business. I was watching a show called Shark Tank. I'm sure a lot of you guys know it. Rich entrepreneurs that were investing in small business owners to take their business to the next level. Now, there were guys like Kevin that were saying that they constantly failed business after business, but they stayed resilient. Being successful doesn't mean that every single thing you do, it works. It just means that you're resilient with every single thing you try it. And I'm gonna be honest on camera and admit that in the last 2 years, I've tried to pivot. I've spent constant amount of money on marketing to be able to increase my revenue. And I've just been wasting money on Facebook ads, on Instagram ads, trying new things, hearing on the comment section of, here's another course seller. Here's somebody who's trying to sell us some BS. Here's another guy who's just trying to scam us. I understand where people are coming from. There are some scammers out here, but I was honestly just trying to put out a good product. A video course that I worked, I'm telling you, I must have worked for 2 months to put it together, a video course. I spent hundreds of dollars in production and just building out that course on Thinkific just for it to get 3, 4, 5 sales. And I continue to pay for the membership month after month because you're required to in order to be able to keep your course online, and it's not working. So over the last 3 weeks to a month, I came up with a game plan. And the game plan is exactly what I'm going to be videotaping the entire process. I'm going to be videotaping my road to 8 figures because that's my goal. I want to be rich. I want to be the first millionaire within my family. I'm 29 years old. I was hoping I was going to be rich before the age of 30. Unless I become rich within the next 9 months, it's not going to happen. So now I have to set new goals. Now I have to realize it's not all bliss. I was in a great position, but that great position made me think super unrealistic about what the standards really are. The first business I tried succeeded. And as nice as that sounds, it's really tough because when something works and you don't really have to work on and trying again, you just feel all confident. You feel like you're just a great business owner when really you could have just got lucky. You could have just had great parents that supported you in what you were doing. My mom was my first investor. She put $2,000 into the furniture and I put the rest of the money into the rent. So now I'm thinking to myself, what is a problem that I can solve that society is going through? I can create systems of, I can hire employees to help support the business, and with solving problems, from what I've heard, is going to bring success. I'm not gonna focus too much about the income on the short term. I'm gonna focus on creating systems to fix a big problem I feel like we have in this industry. I've decided as of 3 weeks ago to start a home concierge business, AKA a property management business. But the difference between a normal property management business and what I'm doing is a normal property management business manages an entire apartment or a house, manages the tenant that moves in the house, collects the rent every single month, and manages the condition of the home. I'm in a position where I don't have my realtor's license, where I don't have my broker's license. According to the state of Virginia, I am not allowed to have a property management business of that type. So what I decided to do, I did my research through AI, through ChatGPT, paying $20 a month on it, and I decided to a home concierge business. These workers are all gonna be independent contractors that I've agreed on a specific pricing models. I then am the middleman in between the client who needs help with getting something fixed in their home and the service provider, which is the handyman or the plumber who's actually able to do that service. And the reason I feel like I'm so needed in this type of industry is because handyman, plumbers, all these people who work with their hand are notoriously awful when it comes to communication. And this is something I have expertise in because throughout the years that I've worked in the Airbnb business, I've developed up relationships with handymans. I've seen the good. I've definitely seen the bad, but I've seen the good. And now I've tailored it to where I have a select few service people that are going to be servicing these homes. And I'm going to be the middleman that collects the payment from the client, that deals with all the communication, that makes sure that they dispatch the handyman to the job. They take pictures of the job, they do the job, and then we complete it and have a great start to finish. I might not have done a great job at explaining exactly what my new business is about, but I'm telling you, it's a business that's needed. So far I've hired an assistant, a marketing, an outreach manager, a video editor that not only edits every single one of these videos, but also the videos for my main business, which is Forever Getaway. I put together a team that can take us to the next level, and I'm really putting my money where my mouth is. I'm gonna be spending tens, if not tens of thousands of dollars to be able to start and scale this business. I'm not gonna see a return anytime soon. There's no guarantee in any of this. My lifestyle is probably gonna have to decrease from the great life I've lived over the last few years, and I'm gonna document every single minute of it from start to finish and show you guys exactly how I did it. All my pitfalls, all the good sides, all the bad sides, so you guys can start and scale your business with me. I'm gonna be not only showing you my business, but I'm gonna be interviewing successful people who are either business owners or just professionals that have succeeded within their industries. If this is something that you guys would want to be a part of, want to watch, join the community, like this video, subscribe to this channel. We have so much more content on the way. I'm going to show everything. Thank you so much.